So
Oh.
what are the rules around what champions are allowed to play?
Okay, so Pike and Nautilus are the only ban outs.
Okay.
Any other champions available to play?
Okay. So it looks like
And we got Lucian on one side.
I need to pull up the bracket as well. Do do
Probably should
do.
have switched my client back to English.
Nah, I love it.
What is it in?
Korean.
Korean. Oh, no, I can't speak Korean.
Okay, Pantheon
Ooh.
versus Lucian.
Yeah, I got a Pantheon Lucian matchup. Definitely feel like, I mean, All In is going to be in favor of the Monkey Gog, but actually opted for Barrier. I would have expected that to be an Ignite, right? If you're picking the Pantheon, feel like you're going for that one shot. And really, because of that, I don't know. I feel like Lucian is favored in this matchup. I feel like we have a really hard early couple of levels for the Lucian. Wait, are all three of us casting, or is it kind of what's the?
I
I
assume
mean, if you want to cast, I'm fine. I'll add my input if you want it, but
What were we saying,
yeah, I can
Kingmaker?
just sit here and be
I
quiet.
assumed it was just going to be us two, but I am down for.
Okay, that's what I thought. I don't know, I feel like three could be kind of hard if that's okay, Mercy. I mean,
No,
if you have
good.
points, you can throw them in, but
Pantheon
All right.
If I have
is
anything to
cute.
say, I'll wait till the end of the game.
you listen. I got a challenger Darius One Trick in my chat, also known as Payne Wildorf, saying that Barrier might be big brain. So let's see if it happens. So they go to the Baron lane. They don't go mid.
Yes. For this one, every game is going to be in bot lane.
That's going to be interesting because it's a much longer
Yeah.
lane. So that's going to be really interesting to see how they actually manage waves, and how they actually progress in this matchup.
Yeah, agreed. Also, the double bush control will allow, the champions like the Pantheon do get more value as well. So I don't hate it. Would it be possible to for the items? I mean, I guess we want to see it. That way we can see. But yeah, at this point, looks like Lucian does hit the level 2. Does have the wave pushing into the Pantheon. I think if you are Panth, this is kind of the situation you wanted in. The Lucian pushing into you. You will be able to potentially look for an all-in now that they have reached level 3 here.
Yeah, and potentially we're going to be looking at a freeze right outside of turret range, which will allow this Pantheon to be able to actually farm. Do you know, Mercy, are they able to... Oh, look, we got a 1v1 going on. Of course it's a 1v1.
Insta barrier pop as well. So the Monkey God just using it for tempo. But with this wave pushing into them, I would expect Monkey God to maybe have to play a little bit past here. Nocturnal does have a window, does have the Ignite, as well as the Flash. Could look for an all-in opportunity, but probably just going to end up with both players resetting as we see the Monkey God going for the back right now.
Yeah, and his reset is actually stopped by Nocturnal, so I'm really interested to see if Nocturnal is going to end up pushing this wave in, if he's going to allow this Pantheon to freeze, or what he's actually going to do. What is his game plan in this? If he is in this matchup, what do you think? What do you think the outcome of this is going to be? Who is your money on?
Lucian for sure. The way this is going to go, in my opinion, is Panth is going to all into Lucian. Lucian's going to get to like 30-40%, and then Lucian will just kite and turn around and do a lot of damage. So, I mean, I do think there's room for Monkey God to win it, but we've been seeing so far Lucian definitely getting the better of this trade so far. Pantheon does have level 5 here, so there is a window. If the Monkey God can get the ultimate, can catch Nocturnal out of aware. Let's see if Monkey God has the awareness. It's just going to ult the bush. Yeah, they are. They're going for it. Wait, this is it. This is their chance. They have 2 out of... Okay, nope, they don't do anything. But like, I like that look.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was wanting to see as well. I was hoping that he'd use his ultimate to come in because he's not going to prioritize that in any other lane. So him being on the same page that we're thinking is phenomenal to see. So I'm really happy he ended up using his ultimate to come into the lane.
Yeah, as Lucian's running back here, though, Kingmaker, what do you think? Who do you favor in this 1v1 matchup?
I definitely think the kill pressure is going to be on the Lucian, like you said, just because the Ignite is going to... I think the Ignite is going to be the key factor in this matchup. The fact that he has the range advantage, and Lucian doesn't play like a typical ADC. He's more of like a caster ADC. So I think he's just going to have enough damage to either poke him out. Probably going to see Pantheon miss his shield, and in that case, we're going to see Lucian come and lay his ultimate down and take him out. That's how I think it's going to go. Not entirely sure, though, so let's see how it goes.
Yeah, interesting first item choice. So it looks like the Lucian going to be going for, I would assume that's maybe a Storm Razor, whereas the Pantheon going for the Bork. I do like the Bork buy. Kind of thought the Lucian would do it as well. As Pantheon is going to go on here to the Lucian, does lose the Kata for that, and is actually getting out traded, forced to flash, forced to barrier, and Nocturnal, in my opinion, definitely going to be the winner of that trade, denying the cannon minion as well as getting both summoners out for the Panthy.
See, I don't think the call right now was to take the honey fruit. I think the call would have been to reset. What do you think?
Yeah, I like that. As actually Nocturnal here falling kind of low. No flash for Panth. Yeah, I do think Nocturnal maybe should have just reset here. Really wants to get these last couple minions, but I feel like if they do just back, they have this kind of won. So it looks like maybe they want to get, well, actually at 5 minutes. Oh, it's first one to 3.5k gold. So that might be why Lucian's staying, recognizing if they back, there may not be a window for them to get actually that gold. So this is Monkey God, currently on the timer. Oh, that's a big connect, and it crits as well. Nocturnal, all of a sudden, this is completely in Monkey God's favor. The ult comes out as well. Flash force from Nocturnal on the Lucian. Monkey God, can they get it? Can they get the snipe? No. But this should allow Pantheon to get the extra 100 gold to get that 350 or 3,500. Oh my gosh, words are hard. Before the Lucian.
Yeah, absolutely. So if I was him right now, I would actually be paying attention to my gold and seeing, because he's 50 gold away. That's a couple of minions he would have won right there. Actually, they're both at 3.5k.
Is Pant's just going to win with the tuck down? Does it come down? Does it come down? Can you get it, Pant? Oh! I think Lucian got it.
I think Lucian got it.
I think Lucian got it. Yeah, I think Lucian got it.
Pantheon actually lost like half a second right there. So Lucian got 35.
Maybe they didn't know.
So game 1 goes to Lucian.
That is unfortunate for the Pantheon. He really could have just pathed back around that brush and went in, attacked any of the minions in the wave, and he absolutely would have won the game right there. So it's very unfortunate to see that it comes down to a technicality like that. We always want to see the bloodshed, but I mean, it is what it is, I suppose.
Yeah,
so
I mean, I think
one of the rules to this tournament is to leave your lane. You're not allowed to jungle.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Oh no, I didn't mean the to go into the jungle. If he would have pathed up through the brush, unless he wasn't allowed to pass through the brush.
Yeah, is that not allowed? You can't even pass through the brush to get there, or is it you just can't hit jungle camps? Is that? I don't know what the rules are. I'm not gonna. But I feel like it makes sense to say you're not allowed to hit the camps. But I feel like it would be understandable to maybe like walk through, try to get like a flank or something, or.
Yeah, I would
still just going for it, going for that 1v1.
I would have liked to see if he would have just went back through the, like I said, the brush, and then went to the minion wave, and literally he could have farmed any minion to be able to get through to the 3.5k mark.
Yeah, it was so close. Payne went into my VOD, took a screenshot. It was, Lucian had 3,522 gold, and Pantheon was at 3,499. Was literally one tick away before the Lucian got that last, CS, securing themselves that game 1 victory. Really coming down to the wire here. Monkey God though. Oh,
there it is. All right.
Shout out to Payne right there for coming in clutch and actually going back into that VOD and pulling that, so we have that finish line picture.
Yep.
It was literally half a second before 35 hit on Pantheon.
Oof. I was down to the wire.
Do you think at any point, if the Pantheon had Ignite instead, he would have actually won the trade and potentially taken the game? He almost killed him when we saw that dive, the ultimate dive towards the T2 turret. So that's really what I'm wondering, if there was any point where Pantheon would have been able to take that game had he had Ignite.
I think the Pantheon should have gone Ignite. I do think the Panth probably would have been able to get that kill there, right in that moment that you were talking about, where the Lucian was so low. But I mean, I just like, if you're picking Pantheon for a 1v1, you're doing it for the all-in. And I think because of that, you want either like the Ignite or maybe even the Exhaust. Just not the biggest fan of the barrier there, because I mean, Pantheon already a pretty tanky champion, right? So a lot of the champions you're going to go up against, I think they're going to have difficulty killing you in like a bursty type situation. The way they're going to kill you is through like wearing you down, and I think the Ignite kind of just plays to your win condition better.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's good to know. Oh, okay. I'm sharing the screen. Let me make sure. Okay, we're still seeing Mercy's conversations. All of his private chat.
All the private chats. I hit that full cam button, which is fine.
We were sliding into DMs that we didn't know existed.
Oh, dude. Wow. Mercy. Look at what you're saying to these DMs. Wow. Sheesh. Oh, my gosh. Crazy. Next bracket, please. Woo! Leaked.
I can get it to. I'll try to fix it and see if it'll let me.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I think it's totally fine. We're just giving you a hard time. Okay, but K1NG, I got a question for you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
As this tournament progresses, right, we're gonna see the cream of the crop, slowly rise up. We're gonna see better and better players as they're making it through the bracket. What I'm really curious to see is what champions are going to be, the big winners in these last couple of series that we have. I mean, Lucian, I think, is a very strong choice. A lot of 1v1 pressure. Also, I think as far as win cons go, has the potential to win through that gold, has the potential to win through kills. Like, what do you think are going to be some champions that we see pretty prevalent or have high success in these 1v1s?
One of the things we see in League PC a lot is, I think, Lee Sin. I think Lee Sin is going to be huge when it comes to this tournament, just because he's so strong early. Not a lot of people pick him to play in Baron lane, but when he is being able to be picked, I think he's going to be an extremely strong champion in that early game with that damage. In a Baron lane situation, granted, we're also playing AD carries or maybe farm out champions like Ziggs, since we have a 3,500 gold rule. At the same time, Olaf is a really strong early champion as well, so if he's able to close the gap onto weaker champions, then I think we could see Olaf coming out heavy as well. What do you think?
Payne is saying, again, we got the Payne gap, saying Draven, and I feel like Draven would be pretty nasty in the 1v1. I feel like Draven's level 1 power spike pretty much beats any champion in the game. Like, I don't know who would out damage a Draven level 1, so I feel like maybe the Draven could be really high priority. I actually think the Ziggs, like you were saying, could be a good win con of like going for gold, but also has like good poke, hard to kill. I think Lucian, I think we may see some Vaynes just because I think that's a pretty stylish champion. I do think Vayne could be okay, but compared to a couple of these other ADs, I don't know if it'll be as good. I think TF could probably be pretty good. I think Diana could be pretty strong, but I really think I'd probably put Draven in that S tier. At least at the moment.
In DMs, you were asking about a prize pool. Yes, there is a prize pool. I believe it is a $50 prize pool and some epic skins. So I do believe that is what it is. There might be more on the line, however, though.
Epic skins, $50. Let's go. That's what we're here for. We love that. Where do I apply? Payne. Guess what? There's going to be more of these. Applications have been closed for this event, okay? Sadly, we do not get the Payne gap in this 1v1, but before I was talking to Chicken Lady, she helped kind of organize this whole thing, and she was telling me that Tilt City Banditos, they consistently are putting on, community Wild Rift tournaments, so definitely I would say join the Tilt City Banditos Discord, and then all the information will be in there. It's actually pretty cool. If you see up here in the top left, it'll like say happening right now. They'll have little events listed, so it's like 1v1 tourney, so I believe that they definitely are going to be doing multiple 1v1 tourneys. I don't know if they'll do like 5v5s or other type things, but definitely seems like more 1v1 tourneys are going to be around the corner. And so you, Payne, can get yourself some epic skins.
I hear Payne's pretty good, man. I heard.
Whoa! Don't inflate his ego.
I heard he's a challenger that you want to be like one day.
I do really want to be like it. Yeah, guys, I posted an invite to the server in the Discord. I'll actually just add an iBot command right now. I do want to be challenger one day. I don't know if I'm going to be challenger again, though. I might have to wait till next season. You know what I'm saying?
I take this philosophy, right? There's a million people grinding to be the best, but how many people are trying to be the funniest and lose in like the funniest ways? So
true.
That's kind of where I want to go. Like, I don't mind being funny and losing.
So are you a Timo main? Are you a Tryndamere main? Like, I need to like assign what character you like to play.
That is a good question. Lately, I have been playing Yuumi a lot.
Ooh, and you said you don't like to win? You're abusing the OP meta. What do you mean?
Look, that's what I'm saying. Like, I make overpowered champions look bad. This way, people don't nerf them, right? So, like, I used to play a lot of Irelia before I swapped over to Yuumi. Unfortunately, I played too well. Riot caught on, and they were like, "God, we got to nerf Irelia again." So, unfortunately, that's how it goes with me and Riot and playing this game.
Sheesh, Mercy flexing their stats. Okay, a 56.5% win rate on the Yuumi, 285 games. Look at you, a little support main. Okay, we love to see it.
6.5% is not really something to flex about.
Okay, well, listen, not all of us are Lebmont with like 68% win rate. Okay, like that's a flex for me. 56%, that's pretty good.
I've got a 5.68% win rate, so
hey, huge.
I know I do it big down in silver.
Out here balling. Okay, I got another Riven or another champion that I think is going to do well, and I meant to say champion, but I said Riven, so there's obviously the champion I'm going to be talking about. Riven, I think, could be very good in these 1v1 matchups. I think, into Draven, into some of these ADs could have a little bit of a hard matchup, but I think Riven's the type of champ, once you hit level 5, will have pretty much kill pressure on anyone, and definitely a lot of outplay potential as well. So, definitely excited to see that. Do we know who the next two players we're going to be casting are?
It should be Asmo.
Storyline.
Oh, Asmo.
Wait, Major Pain? Wait. Pain, was that you? Guys, what can we say? You see it in the bracket. Pain Wild Rift lost to Asmo. We're about to see the person that took down the best Darius on the North American server took down Pain.
I think it's a different Pain. Different Pain.
Yeah, that's a different Pain.
I know it is, but I'm still going to talk shit.
Hey, there we go.
Pain, you there?
Pain, come on, man. You're causing Michael Udall pain. We can't do that.
That's what I was saying. Pain, get good.
Gosh, come on, Pain.
Okay, but Asmo, actually someone that I feel like does a pretty good amount for the scene. Yeah, I'm about to pull up his Twitter. Wait, you go?
Oh yeah, Asmo's huge in the scene. If there is somebody that knows about League of Legends Wild Rift, it is Asmo when it comes to the professional scene. One night he pulled up on stream like charts from back like season 1, preseason 1, these teams, and he's like, this person still plays, that person still plays, this person played in this tournament. I was blown away by how much this man is involved in the scene. So shout out to Asmo, shout out to Suzaku.
Yeah, so this is Asmo right here, the founder, I believe, of Suzaku. Really has been helping out the squad, helping out the team. So definitely someone I've seen around. And like you said, has a lot of knowledge of what's kind of going in and around the North American Wild Rift scene, which we love to see. So that's what we're about to be watching. I'm not 100% sure what rank Asmo is. I would assume it's maybe like Master Plus, but I'm not sure.
It says he is...
But we're watching their Colonel again, who's the Lucian from last game.
Yeah, it says does. He pretty Asmo pretty much does everything for Suzaku. He's the manager. He's the... the only thing I think he's not is the owner. But he's a great guy. I will link his Twitter in my chat so that people can follow him there. To my 6 people watching, I'm sure Michael's got over like 150 because he's... Nah,
dude, I'm at 9, so we're pretty comparable. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
But they came out. It's not about the number. It's about, the motion of the ocean. It's not about size. It's about the people that are involved.
What is it like being able to talk good?
Dude, I literally feel like I'm stumbling over my words all over. I don't know. Do I talk good? I feel like in the heat of the moment I can bring hype. But I don't know if the words are good.
As long as you get them out, that's all that matters. Sometimes I just am not able to get the words out that I want to say. My brain just kind of jumbles it all up in there, and then I start saying things that don't make sense. That's when I shut up, and hopefully you guys will just take over.
Yeah, see, I get that. But also it's like you can say things that don't make sense, but as long as you just say it with confidence and passion, like, what are they going to do except for believe you?
You're right. You're absolutely right. Sell it. Just sell it.
Just sell it. We live in a world. People don't fact check. But
one of those things about talking like that is I could never shoutcast legitimately because if I
Mhm.
see a team fight happening, I'm gonna be like, oh, there's the Lucian Q followed by the E. There's the no, I
Okay.
know all the names of every specific spell, but I'll never call it that. I'll always say QWER.
That's so hard for me. That is actually like one of the hardest parts for me trying to commentate. And so I totally get to, and I still find myself doing it. But in Wild Rift, it's like not QWER. Even if you say that, people a lot of times will like understand what you're trying to say. But I'll try and say like first ability or second ability because I don't know all the champion names like by heart yet. And a lot of times when like you're in like a stressful moment in the sense where it's like you're like trying to encapsulate the game, you want to like add storyline, like you're trying to narrative of like, this is a big up and down. It's like you forget things, right? And so I feel like I'll like struggle to remember certain ability names, and I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of ways to like talk around it though, right? It's like, oh, they got stunned. Oh, there's like big damage coming out from the Vigor. It's like you can kind of get the point across without using the exact words, but definitely I think people will prefer it if you do the exact. But I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the like names of the abilities are super like long or winded or don't even necessarily like make the most sense unless you know it's the name of the ability.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. I agree. Like, when we start talking about how we are going to break down what we say, we start talking in syllables, right? Because when you say something like first ability, that's 5 syllables. Then, like, skill 1, that's 2 syllables. Much easier to say as far as what you're trying to say. For me at least, I noticed when I was doing shorts for YouTube that I had to break it down like that because I couldn't just be like QWER because this is Wild Rift. So we want to make sure we're focusing on Wild Rift terminology, but I could never do what you do. Like it's so good. You're so good at what you do, Michael.
damn, hyping me up. I don't deserve it, but I appreciate it.
I want you to be able to take this to the WNS, the people at Riot, and be like, look what I've done. Look what they've said about me. And we're just going to create this compilation of praise for Michael Udall.
True,
and then we're
true.
Gonna get you paid more money.
I'm the Tilt City Banditos 1v1 casting champ. I don't know.
Exactly.
But,
Exactly.
It's honestly it's super fun though. I'm excited. I appreciate you inviting me to be a part of this because yeah, like I feel like Wild Rift's such a fun game to watch, and I've been, enjoying watching icons, even though I haven't been getting up at 3 a.m. every day to watch every game. I'll watch the VOD later on in the day. Was very sad to see what happened to our North American team, Immortals, going up against T1. But also, I was kind of impressed. Like, we threw, but like, I felt like Immortals played really well. Maybe this is spoilers, but it's been like 12 hours. But yeah, what did you guys watch the icons, that NA series or?
Not that one. Thanks, man.
Oh no, I spoiled.
No, you weren't the one that spoiled it for me. Someone else spoiled it for me. We're actually running a giveaway in my Discord server for the Icons event. So it's like a point based, like what's that word? What do they do with the NFL? Fantasy team. It's like a fantasy league where you predict your bracket of who's going to win, what team's going to win where, and you get points based off who wins that day. And right now, that Immortal win really threw the bracket in for a loop because there was one guy that was just ahead of everybody named Thunder Dragon, and now he is no longer that far ahead because everybody caught up with Immortals winning that one game that they won. So unfortunately they are out. Unfortunately Sentinels is out. I think North America came. They proved that we're not just a for fun region like in LoL PC. Hopefully next year at a big or later this year maybe at a big event internationally we'll have a better representation. Maybe this will draw more companies or sponsors to the scene.
Yeah, definitely maybe. I mean, the thing is, I think China's the big like Goliath when it comes to Wild Rift esports, which I think is understandable when you look at the amount of infrastructure that there is for mobile esports in China. And so I really feel like it's like China number 1, Southeast Asia number 2, and then from there it feels like it's a little bit of a wash. It feels like, I thought it was going to be Korea. It probably is in Korea at number 3, but I don't think that they're unbeatable, right? Like I think Korea, Japan, Brazil, North America, Europe, I feel like all of these regions can kind of compete. for that like 3rd to 8th seed as far as like which region is the best. But I don't know. I think Immortals definitely at least solidified themselves as the best North American team, most definitely with like their series against T1. Like they ended up losing, but it was definitely really, really close games. And I think Lebmont is the best North American player. Like without a like, I don't know. I feel like it's without a doubt for me at least. I think Lebmont's so good. Like I think Hoon's really good. Like I think there's a lot of really good North American players, but I feel like Lebmont just consistently is able to get these early game leads. It's crazy.
That's just because you haven't seen me play Yuumi yet.
True.
After this, I'll let you watch me play Yuumi jungle, and see how that goes.
As a Yuumi main, I just want to let you know you just broke my heart.
Unbreak my heart, tell me you love me again. Okay, so
Say
what
you
is?
love me again.
Yes. So we have the point of view. What is going on?
Giga Chad, epic. Oh wait, it's Dark. This is like the StarCraft 2 legend, Zerg player, Dark, running the Thresh, Ignite, Flash. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
Conqueror.
Wow.
Ooh.
Against Rengar. Talk about brush.
I was really
control.
hoping, since they were playing in bot lane, that I was gonna see a Rengar. I really wanted to see this.
The brush control could be huge.
I know Consequences does play a lot of Rengar. I mean, both of these players are GM, right? So we're seeing some gamers breaking out here. One thing I do want to pull our attention to is Dark running the Ignite as well as Exhaust. So no Flash for the Thresh, opting into, with the Conqueror, just winning that 1v1 straight up. And then Rengar went Fleet Footwork as well. So going to be able to get a little bit extra lifesteal, healing from that. Can they base? Yes, they can.
One thing we didn't talk about is necessarily when we were discussing which champions we might see come out, we weren't really taking into count, or at least I wasn't taking into account the gold differential, the 3.5k. We could see TF come out with the artificial gold inflation.
That seems kind of OP. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like TF might be the way to win. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, man, I would just abuse TF, get some gold, play super passive, get myself some epic skins. But Dark here definitely winning this Rhaegar versus Thresh trade. As far as the start goes out, Honeyfruit gonna be forced, and Dark still has both of their summoners here.
Yeah, one of the things that Consequence isn't taking into consideration is the fact that he keeps jumping on Dark, and Dark is flaying him into the minions, so he's taking the minion damage on top of any damage that Thresh is providing as well.
Yeah, this is a very rough situation for Consequence so far. Already down to about half HP, level 3 in favor of Dark. Has the wave pushing in. Rengar actually instantly going to get flayed in. Like you were mentioning, Kingmaker, great mechanical prowess coming out from Dark is, right as I say that, going to miss the hook, but it's okay because they are dominantly winning this game so far.
Yeah, absolutely. In health, so their resources are winning in the resources of health. Mana, obviously, Rengar doesn't have to deal with mana, but look at the gold difference. We're looking at a 500 gold difference in this matchup.
Ooh, pain. Dang, that's what Consequence is saying right now. Luckily, Dark does not have Flash, but this is a huge wave that this Thresh is just zoning the Rengar off from. Like, this is game losing, currently 700 gold up, and now Consequence is forced to reset, forced to back. Gonna have level 5 when Rengar comes back. Oh my gosh, I don't want to say it's curtains, but it's feeling like it.
If Jin was in this game, I would definitely say it'd be a curtain call. But, we don't know. We could see TCB Consequence come back and pull off a miracle. I have no idea, but this gold lead feels insurmountable.
Yeah, so one thing to note, Thresh is currently down in effective gold, right? They don't have any items, whereas Consequence does have the phase. Would expect to see the Thresh just for reset at this point. Look to win the gold race. So if Consequence is able to stall that out, it would be pretty good. It's just going to go right on to the Thresh here. I like this decision coming out from the Rengar as the Flay is going to throw him out. Dark falling very low on the Thresh. Doesn't have Flash. Consequence doesn't go for the all-in, and now Dark is very, very low. Consequence does have Flash. May look for the all-in. I like this. Consequence pulls it back from the brink.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that was amazing. That was amazing to watch. I'm so glad he did that. You know, it was one of those ones where it came down to the wire and he chose to go all in underneath the turret. I am impressed, and that was phenomenal to see.
We got some LMAOs in the Discord chat. I hate to say it, but I feel like it's a little bit of a throw from Dark. Like, you were in such a good situation. Just full reset. Just walk behind the tower, lose a full wave. They already lost like a wave and a half, and you're still ahead. So got to be a little bit critical of Dark there. Maybe was playing around, playing like they would have if they had Flash. They would ignite exhaust. So maybe that's why they were positioning a little bit more aggressively. But yeah, really just feel like the Thresh should have reset there, come back in a much better situation. But Consequences, able to pulling it out there, very, very well done.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, it was definitely a throw from Dark. He had the world in his hands. All he had to do was wait out the clock. He had such an insurmountable gold lead that it wasn't even funny. I don't know how this Rengar would have came back other than the way that he did, and I feel like you said, if he would have just reset right there, played safe, waited for later in the game, he would have just won off the gold difference.
True. But the Thresh looked pretty strong. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was a little skeptical, but it was kind of wrecking the Rengar. I wonder how it would do in like a melee versus range matchup, right? If it's playing into like a Caitlyn, into, any sort of, ranged ADC. But even then, it's like if you hit the hook, I feel like you have a lot of all-in like pressure. So I think Thresh could be a champion that we see continually picked as the tournament progresses, as we are making progress here. Looking at the bracket in the top left, you had XV Fanta versus Mental. Looks like Mental was able to get the better of that. We have Stories versus Creamy. Stories won that one out, and Mental was able to take down Stories. Below that, we had Magic versus Ken. Ken was the winner, and then we had D'Angelo versus, I don't know, it doesn't matter because D'Angelo won, and then D'Angelo beat Ken again. So, that's going to be kind of the top two coming from that side as we are approaching the final 8 1v1s, or well, I guess the final 8 players in the last 4 1v1s, as it's Tuberit, Ganondorf, Wiltran, D'Angelo, Mental, and then who are we waiting on? Which game are we going to be hopping into here next, Mercy? Okay, if you don't know.
Yeah,
I believe we're going to be going in for Faith and Shylora.
Okay.
And then we also have Cats and Kuro, as well as Aloe and Castro.
Okay.
Here is the story, right? We're going to set this now.
Mm-hmm.
If Asmo goes into this match and wins, he is going to be playing against Mental, also known as Izraboa, which is his AD carry. So it's going to be Suzaku versus Suzaku for, I believe, the semifinals, if Asmo wins. Which, Asmo is a pretty good player, so I would definitely like to see this Suzaku versus Suzaku.
Some brother on brother action. You're telling me we've got top 4 North American championship at the Mall of America Suzaku players in here? We got some pros? You're telling me we got Isher Boa, the ADC main that everyone loves from Suzaku, taking down potentially their manager, putting Asmo in their place? Ooh, this is the Tilt City Banditos 1v1s for you. You don't create storylines better than this. Tarantino couldn't do it. Brandon Sanderson couldn't do it. This is only Wild Rift action, and I'm pretty excited to see it.
And this, folks, is why we hired Michael Udall. He is just phenomenal.
We're just saying some shit. Saying some things. Can I get on another account? That's kind of a flex. Okay, I see you. I don't have the champ. Okay, I thought they were swapping for like a skin or something.
That would have been awesome.
Kind of goated, like, I don't have my favorite skin on this account, so I'm gonna be getting onto a different one. But we were talking on the Suzaku versus Suzaku action. I will say, Isher Boa is going to be the favorite, in my opinion, for this tournament. I mean, obviously, has professional experience, was on a team that qualified top 4 in North America at the most recent regional championship, has been a challenger player. I think they're currently GM right now, but, is a challenger player. So I feel like Isherboa is going to be pulling out some ADCs and is going to be my favorite to win the tournament. That doesn't mean it's over. It doesn't mean it's a done deal, but we've got some high rollers here. And the question will be, can anyone take Isherboa down?
I agree. I think he's definitely going to be one of the favorites for sure. Just the fact that he's a pro. Like, he's proven himself to be one of the top 0.5% people that play this game in North America. With that being said, you were there at the Mall of America helping cast these games. What was it like? What was it like being there on that side of the stage? Not a lot of people get to see that. This is kind of like one of the unique interview moments with Michael Udall behind the scenes. What was that like for you?
I mean, it was a really cool experience. So generally when I've gone to tournaments and events, it's been in the role and capacity of like a player. I have done some analyst work in the past, but this was my first ever Wild Rift event that I attended as a player or as a commentator. And so, you know, one of my favorite parts about attending live events, especially esports live events, is you get to meet these people that you've been friends with or that you've competed against on ladder, you've just scrimmed against for the last like year or two, right? And so that was probably my favorite component of it, was the people within the Wild Rift community that I was able to meet, you know, specifically the other casters, as well as the players, and just, you know, being able to have these conversations of like, you know, who are you? Like, what's your walks of life? Like, what do you enjoy? But also like, you know, having this unifying, you know, video game that is Wild Rift that we both really love, and that it's like very easy to just kind of stop and have a conversation about. So I mean, I always love the people component, but the venue was also just really cool. I've never competed in, or, you know, commentated in a mall before. There was like roller coasters behind us, which was definitely pretty cool, but also it's just like jam packed. So it was a very, very cool experience, and it made me pretty excited for the future of Wild Rift, because I do think Wild Rift's like a very fun game to watch as well as to play. And so, yeah, I hope we get more events like it in the future. You know, I felt like I did solid with casting. I definitely feel like there's a lot of room for improvement that I had. So that was another thing walking away, is kind of like getting some really solid feedback from the production team and the other commentators of like areas that I can improve, because casting is definitely something I want to be doing more of moving into the future.
Yeah, and it's not easy. It's really not easy. When I started my podcast, I started in a room talking to myself, and I realized how awkward and difficult it actually is. You think you're just talking, but really you're not. You're talking to people that aren't even there yet. So you have to make sure you're talking in a way that can be forever green. Talking is hard in general, especially when it's on top of the brain. Like, I used to be a freestyle rapper, so usually words coming off the top of my head are pretty good. However, you know, it's a lot more difficult when you're on camera. The lights are in your face. You're not on in front of 10 people, but you're on in front of 1,000 people. Was there any of that pressure? Did you feel any of that pressure deep inside the pit of your stomach that said, I can't screw this up right now?
Oh, for sure. for sure. I like, nerves are a very real thing. And I've always viewed nerves from this lens. You know, nerves are a sign in my brain that I care, right? I care about the outcome of how this thing goes, right? And so I try to not get too wrapped up in like trying to make those nerves go away or act like I don't have them. You know, I view them as, if I didn't have nerves, it's kind of a sign that I don't really care about this thing that I'm doing. And so I definitely felt nerves. I feel like if, you know, not that people are going to go back and watch the VOD, but if you watch the VOD of my analyst in that first series compared to my analyst in the last series, I was so much more just like over eager and super hyper and like talking really fast and like not making as much sense, and like, you know, trying to compensate for my nerves with just being super hype and super excited instead of like actually making more coherent thoughts. And so I definitely felt nerves, but I've generally found that, you know, I feel nerves, but like once I start getting into the thing that I'm doing, you know, 5 to 10 minutes into it, those nerves will kind of like go away. Right. And so, and it's not that they go away, right? They'll maybe come back as, you know, the match is starting for the next game, but, you know, they'll feel like lessened as I'm kind of doing it. And I realize this story in my head that I've created of like worst case scenario is not going to come true. And that, you know, I'm doing this thing because I really love it. And so I feel like I've gotten better at managing my nerves as I've, you know, been doing esports. It's like, you know, I have done this for the last pretty much 8 years. Oh shit.
Shoot.
Oh shit, we're in a game.
Oh man, we're sitting here talking.
Oh, Jace,
And
with the
it's
first
over!
forward. Barrier coming out from Akshan. Oh, the own barrier for their own. Jace able to get the first blood, and that's gonna be it. Gandorf taken down. We hopped in just at the right moment. The thumbs up, the BM. Oh my gosh, don't do it to him. And that's gonna be Jace securing themselves the victory in this 1v1.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go with Jace because unfortunately I cannot read Mandarin yet. Working on that,
Same.
however.
Wait, really?
Yeah, like so the last two letters is Iga, so it means one. Looks like it's something Iga. So
What made you
Number
want to learn Mandarin? Are you using like Duolingo or?
So I'm using something called Pimsleur to where it's spoken language. Learning to read is a lot harder. I actually started learning Russian.
What?
Yeah, I started learning Russian. I couldn't find too many Russians locally, so I swapped over to Mandarin Chinese. I really just enjoy learning the languages. I work for a major company that deals with customers from India, and they're from a specific part of India called Gujarat. So I picked up Gujarati from them, and just people's faces light up when you start speaking to them in their native language, and they just don't ever expect it. So you touch them in a different part of their heart than you would if you were just somebody coming to sell them some product. So that ignited my passion for language learning, and I think I've been learning for about 8 months now, some Mandarin Chinese.
Dang, dude, that's awesome. I respect that. I mean, it's not easy to learn a language, and Mandarin considered to be one of the harder languages to learn. But I mean, I feel like it has a lot of practicality of like, you know, I definitely agree with you. I don't speak another language, so I haven't experienced it firsthand. But you know, I've heard a lot of stories and from family members that speak languages, like being able to speak to someone in their native tongue. I think it's like you're meeting them where they're at instead of forcing them to meet you where you're at. And I think it's definitely a beautiful thing. So I definitely respect the consistent hustle that it takes to learn a language.
Oh yeah, it's not easy. It's definitely a life learning thing. And unfortunately, it looks like knocked out Asmo. So we're not going to be able to see that storyline that we spent so much long hyping up. Shout out to lolwildrift.gg for setting up this bracket, by the way. If you guys haven't checked out the website, it's a phenomenal looking website. Ran by a great guy. Heelshot's phenomenal. He wants to do a lot for the scene. He put up $50 for this tournament just for the winner, him out of his pocket. And the website is free to use. It's not going to have any ads on it whatsoever because he doesn't want to make money off of it. He wants to provide stuff back to the scene. But unfortunately, we're not going to see Asmo versus Mental.
Yeah, apparently kind of a no-show. Asmo heard us on the broadcast saying he might get wrecked by Isherboa, aka Mental, in the top left, and he was scared. So decided to phone it in, said, I don't want those hands. No thanks. But yeah, sadly, a no-show. But that means we're really coming down to the final couple series here. Pain's like, what? Why didn't you let me sub in? Why didn't you let me take their spot?
This room only has this tournament only has enough room for one Pain.
True, that's what I'm saying. Pain, we want to let other people have a chance to win, okay? Like, that's the truth. Someone tells someone to give me their spot and I'll split the first prize for them, for real.
Yeah, just log into their account and play for them.
It's for content. True. Wait, can we pull up the bracket again, Mercy, by chance? Thank you. So we're down to what? 7 contestants. Fairfaith, what's up? I see you in the chat. You've won out your series so far. You're currently waiting. If you see everyone in the bottom ref, Fairfaith is currently waiting for the winner between Ganondorf and Itubrit, which I believe Ganondorf just lost. Yeah, so that was our last series. So Itubrit and Fairfaith is going to be the matchup. Itubrit did play the Jason last one. Not 100% sure what Fairfaith does play, but would expect to see it's Jace versus another. But it looks like we're going to have Nocturnal versus Isherboa. Isherboa looking to get revenge. For Asmo, his fallen comrade. As
yes. Yep. I like that storyline. I was wondering how we were going to spin it. That is phenomenal. Israel coming back to avenge his fallen partner, comrade. I get that. Maybe not the
All
word
words
I
are
wanna
the same.
Yeah,
I said
exactly.
comrade.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't get paid to do this. I'm just here. I'm not good at this. I am not terrible either.
You're doing great.
I know.
Don't self-deprecate. You're doing great. All right. You're learning, you're scaling, and you're doing a pretty good
We're
job.
scaling,
So
yes. No, that's typically where I go. That's my style of humor is the self-deprecation. I'm usually a lot more funnier at it though. This one maybe not so much.
I don't know, man. You got some bangers. Winners, losers, and grand finals would be a best of 3 FYI. Oh, baby. Well, and are they allowed to change what champion they play every series, every game? Because I think best of 3 does seem pretty exciting, because then we'll get some meta game in between, like, what are they playing? I'm also curious if we'll see some, like, 1v1s. Like, what if we get double Lucian here, But we got to get some sheeshes. Sheesh! Thank you. I'm ready. No, you're not. Israel, you ain't ready. You ain't. Not for Nocturnal.
This is going to be interesting because we're seeing a master versus a grandmaster. What do you think the skill level and difference is between those two rings? Is it just a number?
MMR is just a number, but I do think being a professional is a much bigger, like, I don't know, master to grandmaster I feel like is pretty minimal, but I feel like being a professional to not being a professional is pretty massive, because you, I think, view the game and like macro a lot differently. Yeah, and so it's like, I think being a pro is just a very different mindset. And looking at this matchup, we've got an Olaf. Oh, we got a DoorDash arriving big. Mercy, congrats. What are you getting? What do you get some for King and I, or enough to share for Pain in the chat too, or?
And he's just gonna ignore us. No problem. He's like, I'm not sharing with anybody. This is mine. However, we are seeing the Olaf that I talked about earlier with the strong early game. I'm wondering how that's going to work into this Caitlyn, because Caitlyn obviously is going to have the range advantage. Caitlyn being the champion with the most range advantage, or most range in the game, pre-Tristana level 6, or not level 6, level 18, level 15. I'm mixing up League of Legends in this, but what a huge lead Israboa has right now.
And look, Israboa not pushing the wave, not even hitting a minion once. This is that professional discipline. And Nocturnal, honestly, this looks like a Jeech already. This is Olaf into Caitlyn matchup 1v1. What do you do? This is the difference between pro and normal. As a ranged, you do not push the wave. So Nocturnal already forced a honey fruit, may look to step up here, but really Nocturnal's only way to win this is going to be all-inning, and actually opting to push the wave a little bit here means that they're probably just going to lose more in the long run. Israboa stepping up here, starting to do a little bit of damage, still at full HP, whereas Nocturnal half HP, not even level 2 yet. Israboa just going to chunk him out. Oh, this is kind of cringe.
This is brutal.
This is kind of cringe.
One thing I haven't seen anybody run is Sweet Tooth for the bonus gold differential for the honey fruit.
Yeah, I feel like that would be pretty good. That's surprising to me that they're not running it. I feel like it's very strong.
Casting for a moment.
Okay. Like during this game?
Kinda.
Okay.
There's a mix up with my order, so I have to make a call real quick.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm sorry, I apologize. I'll be back in just a second.
All Gucci.
Let me well then, so back to the interview with Michael Udall.
Wait, one thing though before we get to that interview. Okay, yes. I think that game is over, by the way. Israboa, I think on the Caitlyn is almost guaranteed to win it, at least from the situation they were in. 2-3, Wave was pushing into Caitlyn. Caitlyn was up like, 60% HP. Olaf, I think, just absolutely gets destroyed in that matchup. So I think pretty much 100% that's going to be a W. You should cast me and me. Okay, I'll cast y'all. Listen, I will. Do you want to cast a different 1v1 that's happening between Pain and Meeped Banana?
Heck yeah, let's do it.
While we wait. All right, Pain, let's go. For real, for real. Unless you have urgent interview questions you're trying to hit me with.
No, we can do that anytime, really.
Anytime.
Anytime. I just got to.
I'll display capture it for you so you can see.
There we go.
And I'll let me see, screen share. Boom. Can you see it?
Want stream. Got it.
Get me in here, Pain. Let me. What is this?
We got a Draven.
Yeah, Pain is abusing. Pain is currently abusing the most OP 1v1er. So no surprise there. But I do think Draven's kind of busted.
I don't know, man. You say most OP 1v1er, but we're not talking about Soraka at all.
Soraka does not do damage.
That's okay.
Michael,
it's all about
keep
sustain.
this tech. All right, Pain, give me the tech. Are you gonna buy a ruby crystal? What are you gonna do? Ooh, pink ward. Ooh, is it that pink ward tech? Oh, okay. So here's what Pain's gonna do. He's gonna put his pink ward in this bush.
Okay.
And when Aurelia walks up and puts this word here, he's gonna get that free golden experience. It's actually about to be pretty insane.
I was like, Irelia? Who the hell's playing Irelia? That's a Varus. What are you talking about?
Oh, I think Varus was listening to the stream.
Oh no, he was stream sniping.
Trash tech, by the way. But I actually think that is pretty sick tech.
Theory versus practice. And we got a first blood going over to Varus. Darius. Draven trading back into him, getting the better of the trade. I believe Draven has built-in lifesteal, doesn't he?
I think so.
Or does that come through his runes?
It probably comes through his rune, his vamp rune. I don't think he has built-in lifesteal.
Okay.
But yeah, Varus here just looking for the poke. Pain is kind of content letting the wave push into him, I think, if it's possible. Varus is going to be okay in this matchup because they can poke. But yeah, you see Draven here just zoning out the Varus very hard, trying to make them miss out on gold, miss out on experience. I feel like Varus, instead of going for the CS, should actually just be looking to throw all their arrows into Pain. I think you need to just play to win the trades. But yeah, this is that power of the Darius exhaust coming out. This might be it. Flash forced as well as the heal for the Varus. Pain does have flash of his own. Might see it flash auto forward. There it is.
And bang, bang, bang. Just like that.
Bang, bang, bang.
Draven taking down the Varus. Honestly, I think this would have been, if he would have had level 5 right there, he would have traded that easily too as well. Unfortunately, it was just a little bit too early in the game for that. So shout out to Pain for taking this.
All right, should I 1v1 Pain now? Should I give Pain these hands?
I don't think he's ready for the hands, man.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think I want to embarrass him on stream.
Not
you know,
on stream.
be kind of. He insta invited me literally so fast.
Oh man, here we go. Big time. King, you got this. You got this. Draven versus Draven. Skin versus no skin.
True. He might win because he's got the skin. All right, let me see. What do I go here? Maybe this. All right.
Here we go. 1-on-1. Michael Udall versus Pain from Sentinels, right? Yeah, Sentinels Pain.
Nah, he's not a part of Sentinels. He just threw Sen in his name.
Oh, okay, that's
he's
what
an
it is.
imposter.
He is an imposter. So here we go. The legend versus the legend wannabe.
Tell him. Gotta stream semis. Oh shit, are semis available? Are they ready? Because I can hop out immediately. Scuffed ass stream. Whoa. Don't gotta do me like that. Wait, did I not go to the right lane? Pain! I went to the wrong lane!
Oh no. Oh no.
Wait, Pain, don't get experience. Don't get experience. Don't get experience. Pain. Pain! Pain, do you have no honor? Wow. No fucking honor. Thank you, Pain. Thank you. All right, we both missed 1 minion. All right, Pain, let's go. You ready?
And the heat is on.
It's all you, dude. You're the commentary. I gotta play.
Oh shoot. So we see Michael Udall going in for the last hits, successful so far. What I'm worried about is this Draven from Pain coming in and trading with a much better skin, because sometimes skins give you an advantage, such as the Echo, Project Echo in LoL PC. Oh god, here we come. Here we go. And I don't know what I'm gonna say. Michael Udall, is he dead? Is he dead? No, he is not dead. Okay, he now has the health advantage and the tempo advantage. Oh no! Oh no!
Fuck!
Oh no! And just like that, Pain proves that he is the better Draven, laying down some pain of his own onto Michael Udall.
Would you call it a pain train?
He ran a pain train on you, definitely.
He did. It was like all gas. Pain gap.
Pain gap.
Oh, tragedy. Get ready for stream go time. All right, are we ready? Oh, should I pull up? Is Mercy back?
I don't.
Should I hop in and ops?
You already have it
I could.
up. Yeah, you already have it up.
Who winners bracket finals will be streamed? It's mental. All right, wait, Isherboa, invite me. Should I hop in and ask Chicken Lady if that's okay?
You might have to.
All right, cool. They said that's fine. I mean, if Mercy comes back, then we'll do it that way. But
He apparently had a medical emergency pop up.
oh shit.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he said he's okay now. I don't know if he's gonna be able to come back for the tournament though.
Rough.
Indeed. Yeah, so turns out I don't know what I'm doing when I'm sitting there, like I'm trying to process what's going on in the game and trying to get the words out, and it's just like, how does Michael Udall do this when it's in the heat of the moment? I'm just trying to emulate the best you, and I love the fact that we had a harmonized, synchronized no.
As Pain took me down.
Yes.
I don't think I have you added. Sheesh. Let me do. TTH. All right. Yeah, it can be hard though. Lots of things kind of going on at once. I feel like I don't know. I used to do a lot of shot calling, and I feel like that's why I got good at it. Because it's like pretty similar. It's like a lot of things happening, and you have to like make words. All right, let me see. Cool. Okay, I got an invite here. We got AIs. Sheesh. That's a lot of AIs.
All right, I'm sorry about that. I'm back.
Okay, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Did you guys get another stream, or do I need to start mine back up?
If you want to start yours back up, that will work perfectly fine. We ended up going to bring the entertainment elsewhere for a little bit.
True. We were watching. I got destroyed in a 1v1 against Pain Legend.
It was pretty rough. It was, not gonna lie, pretty rough to watch. Like
Whoa! It was close.
It was like watching my best friend jump on a grenade to save everybody else around him.
True. Did it for the squad.
Did it for the squad. Did it for the caster minions. I'm sure they appreciate your sacrifice. Do we have a bracket update by chance, Mercy?
We do. Just give me 1 second here.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
sorry about my voice.
No, dude. As long as you're okay, that's all that matters.
Let me see here.
As soon as this refreshes, I will let you know. Because so far it looks like it's going to be Edbert versus Faith. It's not wanting to refresh for me. There we go. Okay, so bracket update is actually going to be Mental versus Edbert for the, looks like the final bracket.
Okay, so Michael Udall did predict it correctly that Israboa was going to win. It looked like he was heavily winning that against Nock early, against that Olaf. That range difference really coming in key there.
True.
Also, the fact that maybe there just might be a skill level difference because, like you pointed out, as soon as he had that advantage, he let Olaf nowhere near that wave.
Yeah, it's also just like, I feel like a pretty... If Caitlyn plays it correctly, I think it's an impossible matchup for Olaf to win. Like, no exaggeration. So I think it really came down to champion choice. I mean, I think even if Aurelia even if the Olaf played it perfectly, like it's still almost impossible, if not impossible, to win. So I think that was the biggest diff. I do think Isherboa played well, but yeah, I think that was maybe the bigger thing. Mercy, I think there's a lobby up.
I am currently waiting for my invite.
Here, I can add you as a friend.
Do you think that if Nock would have done his homework and realized who he was playing against, that we would have seen an AD carry matchup instead of playing melee into AD carry?
Maybe. I mean, it was interesting because Nock did play Lucian before. So I'd say it'd be a little interesting that they swapped from the Lucian into the Olaf, just because I do think it's a much better 1v1 champion. So yeah, maybe it had to do with the homework. But okay, let me see this. I feel like... Why is my screen still sharing? Why is...
I think I'm back on Mercies. I think.
Okay, I'm back on Mercies. Okay, I'm back on Mercies as well. It's just like little black bars. I don't know if you see them.
Oh, I don't see any black bars.
Okay, I feel like maybe mine's messed up. I'm gonna exit and rejoin.
Unless you're talking about Streamlabs.
Oh, there we go. I think that's a bit better. Nice. Okay, cool.
Okay, so we see Israboa going back with that Caitlyn. Caitlyn known as the lane bully early. Are we going to see another melee champion into this Caitlyn, or did this person do their homework and know who they're going up against?
Yeah, I hope it's not a melee matchup, because I think if it is, we'll probably see a pretty quick victory for Isherboa.
I hear sounds, but I don't see anything.
Yeah, I don't see anything either.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's showing a Draven for me. I might actually just...
I'm gonna have to switch over. I think I just froze.
Okay, I am still in the lobby, so I'm gonna try... Can do this.
Alright, watch stream. Okay, cool. How do we get that off stream?
Dang, Isherboa is still zoning. Draven getting zoned. What happened? Draven into Caitlyn. So Isherboa does have the exhaust. Ooh, goes the net first. That's a great adaptation from Isherboa. Oftentimes you'll see people go the Q first. The net allows him to just get very favorable trades. And Draven is chunked out, forced to completely reset at this moment. This is going to allow Isherboa to get basically level 3 before the Draven gets back. Wow, this is not going well if you are a Minato Aqua fan.
You know, one thing that I'm surprised is instead of him going 90 caliber net, I'm surprised he didn't go trap to lay the trap down wherever Draven's axes fall. Maybe he'll go trap second.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. I think that it's easy for them to sidestep the trap because there's like a little bit of a placement time. You know what I'm saying? And so I think if the Draven is quick on their feet, they should be able to pretty much every time dodge it.
And you're right.
Oh,
we're seeing the all
exhaust here. That does force barrier. I think if you're the Draven, you're okay with that trade. Isherboa may look for the flash forward here, though. Okay. So Honey Fruit would expect to see Draven maybe walk back in here.
Isherboa sitting on the headshot, and he uses it. Okay. So we see the 90 caliber net come in, and oh my god, is he going to flash forward for this? No, he's not going to. He's going to...
Disciplined.
Exactly. Me, I would have flashed in there. I would have been dumb enough to flash in there and try to go for that.
Yeah, same, honestly. But Isherboa instead, more disciplined than both of us, just going to push out the wave and full reset. And with this, I would expect a full BF buy, maybe even some boots. Unsure what the other thing he's going to buy is. Okay, but no, it just looks like it's a full BF. And this is definitely a big item advantage for the Caitlyn over the Draven here. As, you know, Draven just on 2 level 1 components.
It's also a 600 gold difference as well.
Yeah, and level 5. Oof.
If we are able to see another all-in, that means this Draven is dead. Or another exchange like we just saw, that means this Draven is dead because this Caitlyn's going to lay down her ultimate and end up sniping him from a long distance.
Yeah, as you see, Isherboa here looking, actually, Draven, Mintao going to be the one opting into this fight. Ult going to come out from the Caitlyn, not going to be enough. Flash still available for Caitlyn, but I think Isherboa is fine to just let this push in. Yeah, Isherboa just playing for the win con, recognizing, hey, the Draven's on a timer. I don't have to get the first blood. I will win with the pacing if I get more gold than them. So just opting to let the wave push into them. And again, patient, disciplined play coming out from Isherboa. Exhaust is now back up for Draven, as well as the barrier for Caitlyn. And yeah, I mean, a tier 2, what's that called? Is that like kinetic shard for the Draven? Or
I think it's Kerchis.
Purchase. I don't know. It gives you like a little more damage, a little attack speed. But yeah, 4 to 6. Isherboa just putting on a clinic on how to zone a lane.
I need to teach people how to do this.
Yeah, this is pretty ouchy if I'm gonna be 100% honest.
A lot of people have said the amount, or Chicken Lady came in with the amount of Caitlyn's in this tournament. Yeti said the Caitlyn players are cowards.
True. Draven falling very low. Caitlyn does have ultimate. May just look to connect the ult. Is going to do it. That's going to be it. That's going to be first blood. We saw it coming for a little while, but that's going to be Isherboa, Suzaku. Isherboa able to secure themselves the first game in this best of 3. The question is, are we going to get a mix-up? The Draven didn't seem to do that well, so would expect to see maybe a mix-up from Minato Aqua, but we'll see.
You know, this is an even larger skill gap than the game previously that we saw as far as rank goes. Granted, rank doesn't mean everything, right? You can have a really, really, really good player stuck in lower elos because of trolls, inters, and feeders and all that good stuff. However, Mental shows us that you cannot flash away from a Caitlyn ultimate.
Yeah, true. You can't escape it. Wow. I would really like to see, because now I'm sitting here thinking like, what would beat the Caitlyn? You know, what would take down the Caitlyn? Stop sweating versus diamonds. Damn, Isherboa getting called out in the Discord chat.
Riven can beat Caitlyn.
Yeah, I think Riven. I still think level 1 would be really hard, but I think if Riven, was able to get like 3 and then probably like a good reset, they could probably look for like all in or trade pretty well.
I'm just saying the horse girl Soraka, man, like that's what I'm saying.
That's some copium, Kingmaker. Yeah, she doesn't take damage, but she doesn't do damage.
She does so much damage. You just got to play right.
As long as Caitlyn starts E versus Riven, then she wins that matchup.
Mm.
The level
E-
1.
Is E net?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that he only started net because he was playing versus Draven. I think that if he went versus a Riven, he'd probably go Q for extra poke. But I don't know.
If you go Q, then you can get all in. You have no escape.
At level 1?
Yeah.
I guess that's true.
Triple Q, triple auto.
Mm. I just feel like Caitlyn would auto you as you walk up and then exhaust.
Yeah, it would absolutely eat some autos, but if you are playing, you have to exhaust early. Then at that point, you just hold your autos. You hold your passive for 3 autos, and then you win.
Yeah, I think the Riven matchup could be pretty good. I don't know if I think it's Riven favored, but I think it could be like a good one. Good way to take down the Caitlyn.
Maybe a Ziggs. Maybe a Ziggs just to farm it out.
I don't think it's favored in Riven. I think Riven wins that 1v1 if the Caitlyn doesn't play smart.
I
I think
wonder.
it's a good call out though.
I wonder if it has to be a strategy change instead of trying to fight and win the traditional way. Do we see somebody pull the Twisted Fate out with Honey Fruit or Sweet Tooth for the Honey Fruit
For the golds,
and go for the gold?
maybe possible, but I think TF could be okay in that matchup. Yeah, I think TF could be all right.
Yeah, you would just definitely have to play safe. You couldn't walk anywhere near Caitlyn. She would just poke you out. So you just farm with your Q and walk up and try to last hit with the blue card. Did you know that blue card will proc off of Honey Fruit?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot of people don't. So it's a great
Little free mana trick.
yeah, free mana trick. Sorry, I was distracted by what was going on in chat. I'm ADD, so that happens sometimes.
Fair. I feel like with the TF matchup into the Caitlyn, you'd have to maybe go for like these gold cards, like gold card. I don't know the name of it, but like throw your Q, which is where you like throw the 3 cards out.
Yes.
Maybe like auto twice and then like run away. So you'd have to like time it where you could get poke on Caitlyn and then back up where she couldn't trade back into you, if that makes sense. Like I think that's how you do it. And then I mean I think early levels, like obviously 1, like you'd be able to maybe even go the auto attack. What's my rank? I'm currently GM, but I was challenger. I played for Sentinels before Mali, so I was the mid laner for Sentinels before Mali.
You, with the TF matchup, you could also use your red card AoE for backline poke if she's too far.
Yeah, I actually think the red card could be pretty good. Well, she's too far, and also it's like you could like time it so that you could do damage on the Caitlyn as well as like kite away so she can't hit you because it does do the slow as well.
Slow, yeah. If you could get enough red cards while clearing wave and getting your CS, I mean, poking down Caitlyn and making sure you stay healthy, you could win. You could land a gold card and potentially all in.
How do you feel
Yeah,
about
I think it could be pretty good.
how do you feel about the Pyke matchup?
I think Pike's not allowed, but I think Pike could be all right. I mean, it all comes down to like if you hit hooks or not, right? If you hit hooks, I think you can win it. If you don't hit hooks, then you lose.
Gotcha.
I
How do
think if you had Hella Blades, you would win it. Which there's no Hella Blades in Locker.
how are you guys liking this new patch? Like, are you playing Pyke? Are you playing Nautilus? What's going on for you guys?
I'm a dirty ADC player.
What happened to Orianna?
I'm a dirty mid and ADC player.
Okay, there we go.
So I'm leaning towards Nautilus being a better support than Pyke.
Yeah, me too.
But I think Pyke has the biggest outplay potential because I was working on a triple stun combo that is kind of hard to explain, but it's like almost impossible to pull off in a live game. But whereas Nautilus, you have point and click CC where you can flash and curve your ult. So he has a lot of dive stop or dive potential.
Yeah, it was really interesting. I was watching him, and he literally was curving his ultimate. Have you seen the movie Wanted?
I don't think so. No.
It's where I think it's Angelina Jolie, but they shoot and they're able to bend bullets around objects to hit targets behind them, and that's exactly what it was like when this Pyke was playing. He was able to use his stun or charm, not a charm. What is that? What is that dash where he dash that turns into a taunt? Then he was able to flash to the next target, and somehow the physics and the mechanics of the game allowed him to stun all 3 targets. It was insane.
So it's you roll your stun out, your ability 3. You R before your stun starts to come back to you, and you flash to your third target, and it will actually curve your ultimate in a triangle, so you can stun all 3 targets.
The last combos I knew about were in a bag and they were pizza flavored.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I tried, but I'll be here all week.
A bop. We stand a bop. Okay. Looks like they're getting into it. I think it might be a Yasuo 1v1 from the dialogue that they were having in the lobby chat leading up to it. So I think originally I think that wait, I don't remember. They have the Chinese character, so I don't remember. It's Eturbert, Etubirt. They were mentioning Jace as a potential option, maybe like a Renekton, because I think Isherboa didn't want to play the Caitlyn again, but Isherboa currently hovering the Yasuo, so I think we might get a Yasuo 1v1 if they both did agree to it, which could be pretty exciting.
I will say, speaking of Isherboa, Chicken Lady said he is banned from all TCB tournaments from now on.
What? Why?
Dominating so hard.
Oh, because he's too good?
He's just too good. Just too good.
LOL?
Yeah, it
Showed up to one tournament, beat everyone, got banned for being too good?
Yes.
Kind of goated.
Yeah, that's what I would put that down on a resume.
That would be kind of sick.
She was joking, of course. She's in my Twitch
channel. Oh, she's joking. Okay, I thought she was serious. I was like,
no,
dude,
I'm sorry.
That's kind of savage. Like,
I should have delivered that with a little bit more comedic flair to it. I apologize.
Nah, it's not you. I didn't pick it up. But looking at sums, all right, we got Ignite. Ooh, this is the Pain Tech. This is the Pain Tech. Pink Ward. This is the Pain Tech. Wait, don't give it away. Don't let them have it. The Pain Tech. Damn, they've been watching the stream for sure. And that's okay, they let them clear their Pink Ward. I don't know if they needed to do that. But as far as summoners go, we do have Ignite into Barrier. So Isherboa opting for the more defensive.
Whoops, I did not know yours was up. I was still on Mercy's. Okay, now we know.
Oh, oops.
I'm still waiting for Faith. Faith pulls opponent.
Okay. Ooh. Isherboa.
Getting out
traded. Actually, getting out traded so far with this one. Does have the barrier though. Wait, this Yasuo gamer. Look at them. Ooh, that's the knockup. That's the Ignite. That's barrier forced. Wait. Flash comes out. Still able to connect the two. Sweet Tooth is going to let them heal up a little bit.
Coming in with the BM.
Wait, they don't hit their own honey fruit? This is kind of an int. Excuse me? You're going to take the 1v1 without hitting your own honey fruit?
They say
now your wave is pushing?
They said they don't need their honey fruit. They're too good.
Ooh. Kind of bold. Yeah, look, now they die for their kata. Or flash for their kata. Oh, full reset? Okay, yeah. No, I feel like you need to hit honey fruit. You need to come back here. Your wave is pushing. But this is close. Both Yasuos have no sums at this point. Really going to come down to whoever's able to connect to Tornado. But Isherboa playing on the back foot. Currently losing.
Here we go. No, okay. I thought Isherboa was going to look for the all-in right there.
Ooh. Ooh, that's a very good win wall. So this means level 5 about to be achieved. Okay, level 5, a big Yasuo power spike allows them to connect the ultimate. Whoever hits this... Wait, are they just going to get tornadoed? Okay, no. Full reset.
Even if Isherboa did hit the tornado, all he would have done was stop his back because he still was not level 5 at that current moment. However, I'm kind of interested to see because it looked like E2 was getting a better trade in on Isherboa. Maybe it's a skill difference on this champion, but however, Isherboa looked like he has the better macro play and understanding of how to actually play this game in this lane.
Yeah, it's pretty much completely even at this point, though. Barrier soon to be up, Ignite up for ET as well. No flash for either of them. Isherboa, though, does maybe have a Cyclone here. Gonna use Cicada, but now ET has the favor in their side. Not gonna be able to connect the Cyclone. Isherboa, though, a full minion wave as well. This is potentially it. If they're able to get the knockdown. Wait. Oh, very scary here. No flash. No flash. Oh.
If only he had the Ignite right there.
True. Ignite diff.
Is he going it? He's good. Is he? Oh, so much hype, so much letdown.
Yeah, this could be a situation though for ET. They could go off the cannon and then look for Isherboa as well. They are going to look for it. Barely not able to connect the tornado. Down to a sliver of HP. Isherboa all ins and gets it.
Oh,
Swaps to the Yasuo. Looked a little scary at the start, but able to clutch it out in the end.
Yeah, I'm surprised he was willing. Well, I'm not really surprised that he was willing to go in underneath the turret like that. However, it definitely does show the mastery of the lane and understanding where his HP sits, how much a turret is going to actually do to him. Luckily, he was able to clutch this one out. It looked really close. It looked like Isherboa was actually going to potentially lose this game.
True. Definitely true on that one. But I have Mercies pulled up now, so we can just hop right on over to the other game, if we would like.
Caitlyn versus Irelia.
Catch you up. We have both sums have been expended. Irelia has splash.
We see the all in by Irelia.
Oh, there's the flash. Caitlyn getting gone on here. Caitlyn able to barely stay alive, hits the honey fruit, and will live to fight another day. But Irelia now has no flash. Is going to throw the stun out. Not able to connect it. This one is fiery as both of them are now just getting their level 3. But all sums used. Both of them very low in HP. Oh, Hypnotic needs to be careful here. As Caitlyn is going to be pressuring under the turret. Or maybe just takes this cannon minion this next wave and then resets. But yeah, if Irelia is able to connect the stun, all she needs is one. But I like Faithful here with the trap. Just kind of laying that down. Laying that in the area that Irelia is going to want to dash through. But Faithful here, I think, yeah, just going to hit this. Maybe just going to reset. Okay, no, maybe opting to actually pressure under the tower. Ooh.
Unfortunately, Irelia not able to close that gap. She did hit the flawless duet, but unfortunately, like I said, could not close the gap onto Caitlyn, because we could have seen some potential all-in right there to close this one out.
Yeah. Pretty close here, but Faithful about to be level 5, so may look for a window with the ultimate. If they're able to get a little bit more chunk onto the Irelia and connect the ultimate, could be the opportunity that they've been waiting for, their chance to take the first game win. But Irelia still is in it, has the chance to connect the stun, is about to hit 5 for themselves, could hit the ult. All they need is one stun into ultimate, and I think that'd be enough for Hypnotic to take it all out, but very low on mana, actually. Okay, exactly, Faithful. Yeah. Now looking for the reset was all just a bait, but okay, Irelia was able to hit the honey fruit. Now does have mana, so Faithful needs to be careful here. Hasn't reset, hasn't spent that money that they've gotten. If Hypnotic hits the stun, I think that's going to be curtains. Oh, there's the stun, comes out. Ignite as well. Hypnotic! They did it! They took him down. Faithful loses that first game. Or is that both games?
I believe this was the first game.
Okay, first game.
Okay. So yeah, I almost you could feel it coming. You could really feel it coming as soon as they landed that stun. You knew they were going to go in for the all in. Beautifully done, beautifully flawless duet, beautiful blade surge. What is her ultimate called? I can't remember what her ultimate's called. I play a lot of Irelia, but I can't remember what her ultimate's called. However, beautifully done. Congratulations to Hypnotic on that one. Thank you for pulling it up, Michael, because
Vanguard's Edge is what it's called. Yes. A storm of blades. Marks them. Yeah. So she's got Flawless Duet, which is the stun. Defiant Dance, which is her like damage mitigation. Blade Surge, which is the Q. That's the spells.
Them's are the spells. Such a great champion, like extremely difficult to play proficiently, but such a fun champion to play.
Yeah, I mean, I am a trash Aurelia player, but does seem like a very, very fun champion to play. That is true.
ADC
Does
Irelia
seem
works.
like a good one. Maybe I should play some Irelia in the mid lane. It does seem kind of like a good time. But Mercy getting invited to some ranked lobbies.
It's all day. It's all day.
Anytime you log on, they're like, support player, come play with me.
Mercy,
Funny.
you're gonna carry me after this, right? You're gonna get me out of Emerald?
I mean, I might have an emerald account I can play with you with.
No, I was just
Ooh.
joking. I was just joking. I gotta do it myself.
Ooh. Heard it here live. Kingmaker getting that boost from Mercy. We'll be sending the PayPal later today.
Yes.
We love to see it.
Looks like we are at Hypnotic versus Atuba. Atuba? Is that what his name was?
So we're not.
Atubert.
So are we in the semifinals or is this losers bracket?
This may be losers bracket.
This is losers bracket.
Okay, I was confused for a second. I was like, wait a minute, Hypnotic won and then E2 lost.
It's best of 3. 1 point right now for Hypnotic, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. I am just going with the flow. Whatever comes up, we're just gonna go and talk about it.
I wish I could Bluetooth my keyboard so I could type easily on the phone.
Oh, that would be a good strategy. Alright, looks like it's a go.
I would love to see a Yumi, honestly. Yumi can win 1v1s.
I'm telling you, we're gonna see the Soraka come out and the Soraka's gonna lay down the banana.
So funny story about the Soraka.
Opium.
So TCB likes to 1v1 during our downtimes, and I got caught up in it one time, and Consequence, aka Rito, actually picked a Soraka into me and destroyed me with Soraka.
Oh, so Consequence is Rito? Had I would have known that, I never would have doubted them for a second.
Ooh.
Consequence is Rito.
We're going
Dude, Rito was kind of getting these hands earlier from the Thresh.
He was.
It was no joke.
See, my money was on Greeny the entire tournament.
Are they still in it
Dark.
or are they out?
Dark was
Oh,
the
Dark.
Rito beat me in the losers bracket because he sat in the bush and then he boloed me as Rengar. Rip.
Fucking Rito doing that one thing.
I literally had him dead and then he got the bolo on me.
Okay, that's kind of interesting. Gragas versus Renekton.
Ooh, this is going to be spicy. We're going to see a lot of dueling between these two champions because both of them have pretty good self-sustain.
Yeah, it's a new matchup as well. We haven't seen either of these champions so far in the 1v1. Been a lot of Caitlyn's, been a lot of ADs. So I like to see these beefy Baron boys, Renekton into Gragas. Looking at the traits, we've got Conquer for the Renekton, Electrocute for Gragas, and then we have Ignite for both sides. So both of them have decent kind of all-in potential. I don't know if they'll be able to one-shot each other with the all-in, but definitely can chunk out 40-50% of the HP. So that's definitely something to watch. Is Hypnotic kind of just standing AFK, giving him the old "I'm a bot, come try and hit me so I can poke you" strat. But I like this, the magic resist first item for Renekton.
Oh yeah, definitely. You're definitely right. I do think Renekton's going to have the sustain advantage though. We're seeing a pretty even early trade. Renekton just building the Fury up, and he's kind of pushing this wave right into Hypnotic, where I'm expecting him to freeze out this lane. Yep.
I think this is okay for Renekton, though. Got a lot of rage for that. I mean, it's frozen a little bit, but there's no jungler. They're going to get poked out a little bit, but Renekton could maybe step up, look for some poke damage of their own. And with a lot of that rage, you saw they just used it up, able to do a decent amount of damage. But Gragas winning the trades here. And with that, Renekton is definitely not happy with the current lane state. Oh, Renekton actually forced to flash. Oh, the flash body slam!
Oh my god!
Hypnotic! Woo! In the 1v1, styling off. Shisha's right. Didn't have to do it to him like that. And that's a 2-0 for Hypnotic.
That was dirty. That was so dirty, but so clean at the same time.
That was... I saw it coming in my head, but I didn't expect it to be executed so beautifully.
Wow, I'm hyped off that one. My hands are shaking. My hands are shaking.
Palms are sweaty.
And I'm still getting headshots.
Yeah, I'm glad you're my age and actually remembered where that was from.
Oh, FPS Doug. If you
FPS
haven't
Doug.
played Counter-Strike, you've never heard it.
Yeah, I haven't.
We're showing how old we are, Mike.
What?
Basically. So back in the day in Counter-Strike, you could have, well, you can still do it, but there was custom sounds you could have for every. And if you got a headshot, it was this guy named FPS Doug, he made a video, and it was a hilarious video about getting headshots, and he would scream "boom headshot" every time you got a headshot.
pretty goated.
Yeah, it was. It really was back in the day. But I mean, now that I'm 32 this year. Oh no, 33 this year. I can't remember. After a while, you just stop counting.
32 in November.
I'll be 33 in October. I'm a boomer. What's it like being
We're growing
so young?
up. Y'all ain't boomers, dude. I ain't that young. I ain't a 18, 19-year-old.
I thought you were at
26.
least 16.
Well, I mean,
Like
17.
25.
26.
Oh, he's 26. Okay.
So, I'm closer to 30 than I am to 20. One of us.
Draven.
Did you just say one of us?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
I did because.
You can join the boomer club. We'll let you in.
Woo!
We just we got to get you married, get you some kids. The whole lifestyle.
Did this all of a sudden turn into a call with my parents? That's sus.
Camille versus Draven should be interesting.
True. Maybe I'm just too much of a believer in the Draven, but I feel like level 1 is going to be very, very sad for the Draven. I mean, for the Camille.
We're seeing the control ward strategy that Payne had alluded us to earlier.
Yeah, they're all stealing Payne's strat. Wait.
Ooh, wrong bar.
Raven just walks in. Oh. Okay, that's an okay trade for the Camille. How is Camille getting a CS? I don't know, Payne. I don't know. Hypnotic, though, may look to clear out this red ward. Okay, that's a little bit of gold. Ooh, steps up too. Wait. Camille's winning this. Payne's wrong. Payne doesn't know what he's talking about. Draven getting diffed. I feel like as this goes on too, it just gets worse. I think it just gets harder for Draven because Camille gets much better at the all-in.
Oh yeah, we get to see that level 6. And then where is Draven going to go? He can't run. He can't catch his axes. What is he going to do?
That's what I'm saying. Ooh, and that's going to be exhaust coming out from the Draven. Decent trade back of damage into the Camille. Oh, the flash forward though, and the ignite! Hypnotic twice in a row with the flash. Damn. Hypnotic looking pretty good.
This man is scary.
Payne, chill. Payne, chill.
So we now know that Hypnotic is proficient on these champions with dashes or some type of crowd control that you bounce off the enemy with.
I think he's just smarter at his trading times too.
True.
Waiting on those cooldowns is definitely important. One of the most important things you can do as a Camille, I assume. I don't play much of this champion, so when I do, it doesn't look nearly as good.
So, like, one of the things I was watching is that the trading patterns that he was doing was he would wait for the minions to be in attack animation before he would trade.
Dang.
So when he got aggro, they had to finish their animations before they could attack again. He takes less damage that way.
Wait. So you're telling me that you're able to see the minions' attack patterns, and I can barely see Camille in lane.
Yeah,
Right.
that's that zoomer mentality.
This is why I will never.
I think the Camille's also doing a good job of the adaptive defenses, though. And talking about playing around cooldowns, that's basically when you attack an enemy champion, it grants you a shield. And so I felt like Camille was kind of only taking trades when she was able to get those shields. So I do think Hypnotic did a really good job playing around those cooldowns. But is this the semifinals? Is this grand finals?
I'm not sure. Where are we at? I know we were
This
in.
is the finals. Finals,
Ooh, this is the
finals.
finals.
D'Angelo fought his way out of the loser bracket.
Hey, that's pretty hype. Hypnotic. Now going up the big Goliath though, big behemoth. Wait, I got invited to the lobby. Mercy, are we friends? I can add you.
Sent the request.
Okay, you're in. Nice.
You heard it
did
here, folks.
request, I did
Michael,
add you.
Udall, and Mercy will never be friends.
What?
What do you mean? He added me. He
Oh,
was a
yeah.
friend. See?
Yeah. See?
Crap.
there.
See? Get
Yeah,
diffed.
that's not him. That's not him at all. That's
Power
Michael
of
Too
friendship.
Yellow.
Oh, yeah, that ain't me. I ain't Michael Tiolo. I thought I sent a request though. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. I'm ready.
The 2v1 difference.
I thought you did as well, but you know what?
All right.
After this, I will definitely add you.
Let's build some storyline. We've got on the left in the what side is that? Blue?
Left side is blue, right side is red.
In the blue, we've got Suzaku Ishirboa. This guy was top 4 at the most recent North American Championship. This is the heavyweight. This is your Muhammad Ali. All right. This is who should win this heavyweight 1v1 matchup. But we've been watching Hypnotic. We've been watching in the red, Hypnotic running it through, that loser bracket. Coming for Ishirboa, trying to take down the champ. And we've been seeing Hypnotic do it on multiple different champions. We've been seeing him do it on the Gragas, on the Camille. I believe he played Caitlyn earlier as well. But it's going to take all of, let's say, tricks that Hypnotic has got in their bag to take down Ishirboa because he's completely a new beast. Definitely going to be the favorite heading into this. Kingmaker, how does he do it? How is he going to be able to take down Ishirboa?
We watched that Caitlyn into Irelia matchup, and Caitlyn was able to Irelia was able to all in Caitlyn. So maybe if they're able to play something with the gap closer, potentially the Caitlyn, or why do I keep saying Caitlyn? I don't know why I keep saying Caitlyn. Potentially the Irelia, the Riven, something with an early gap closer, then we could possibly see them close the distance to get into this Caitlyn that Ishirboa is favored to play and potentially win that 1v1.
Yeah, and there are prizes. We're talking about epic skins on the line. We're talking about $50 cold hard cash. I don't think they'll actually give it to you in cash, but probably PayPal or Venmo or something. But you getting that cash money. That's what this all comes down to. This is what they've been spending their afternoon on this Saturday doing, playing some beautiful 1v1 in the Wild Rift action. But yeah, Hypnotic, like you said, Kingmaker, I feel like is pretty strong on those gap closing champions. The Aurelia in particular, I think, is a pretty good matchup into Caitlyn if you're able to make it past the first couple of levels, right? Ishirboa, we saw what he was able to do, not completely, but to that Olaf, right? In the early game where you just get destroyed, where he outtrades you. And I feel like Ishirboa is the type of player that can punish you to that extent. But if Hypnotic on an Aurelia, on a Gragas is able to get through that early game, able to get through those first couple of levels, I think they'll give themselves a chance to then, win this late game through, we talk about late game. Level 5 is late game, friends, all right? That is the end game for these 1v1s. And so if they're able to get to that ultimate power spike, I feel like they will be able to maybe take them out.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you. I wonder if this is going to come down to Ishirboa potentially playing smart and playing to that range advantage that he's probably going to pick. Who knows? Maybe we'll see him on Yasuo again. We have no idea what he's going to actually pick. I feel like he's going to favor towards an AD carry, so maybe he will just try to play it out and play safer, go for that 3.5k win, as opposed to trying to trade into this person who has been phenomenal at these all-in engages.
True. All right. I actually threw into my Twitch channel a prediction. Who, chatters, do you think is going to win? Bet now with all your channel points. Is it Ishirboa? Is it Hypnotic? Remember, this is not the only game. What you're betting for is who wins the best of 3. Who is going to take it down as we see Ishirboa locking in the tried and true, the Caitlyn. He has had so much success on this champion so far in this 1v1 tournament, hasn't dropped a match, hasn't even had a close series. And we know Hypnotic, has probably been watching that, has probably been following along. So I would expect they maybe have something that they're going to pull out, something that they're, preparing to take this down. The question is, will it be enough?
I'm hoping it's
Oh, go ahead.
I'm hoping it's a Fiora. A Fiora versus Caitlyn.
I'm worried.
Could be
Does
spicy.
Fiora have enough ability to stick to Caitlyn to be able to make those trades worthwhile?
Conqueror? No. Fleet footwork? Yes.
Ooh, Hopium?
And this is it, folks. Game 1 of a best of 3 series, and we're going to find out right now. Ooh, Ari. This is going to be interesting.
Alright, go in full mute.
Full mute. Electrocute on the Ari. Conquer for the Caitlyn. Bets are a scam. Guys, they're just channel points. You know, it's not like you don't win anything real. It's just for fun. Okay, it's add some stakes. But we've got stakes on the line here. We got epic skins. Yeah, okay. I played Ari. I've played Caitlyn. All right, I've done both of these champions. I think Ari is probably going to look to push the wave in the early game, but Isherboa, just like this, is going to be looking for trades. Smart from Hypnotic. Don't opt into this. Don't fight the Caitlyn until your minions are there, and then maybe push the lane. Ooh, going for the charm immediately. I actually like this. Gets the electrocute as well. A good trade coming out from Hypnotic. Isherboa, I don't think was expecting that. And losing so far. Oh, does go for the net as well. Able to connect that charm thrown out also. And now Isherboa has a window to throw more damage into Hypnotic.
That was actually what I was wondering, if they were going to go with that charm early, just because you have strong feelings about Ari and charm on level 1. And surprisingly enough, they do, and they get the tower trade in on it as well. So, like you said, I don't think Isherboa was expecting that.
Hypnotic forced to flash, though. A little bit of indecision on which direction to run. Oh, Hypnotic throwing out the charms. Maybe needs a little bit more patience here. Isherboa down to about half. Able to connect another net. Hypnotic, though, maybe has a window here where Isherboa has not hit the honey fruit. Doesn't have the flash. So, okay, we see Isherboa just backing up, getting the honey fruit here. And this is a window. Isherboa has barrier as well. May look to go very aggressive here. About to be level 3. All eyes on this Caitlyn. And that's charmed. The window has now been opened. Hypnotic needs to be very careful. And this is good awareness from Hypnotic, recognizing I can't fight without my charm. Just trying to back up. But Isherboa delaying the back just a little bit longer.
I'm going to make a prediction now, and it's going to be a spicy prediction. We're going to see this go to later in the game. Going to both be level 5. Then we're going to see Hypnotic hit a charm flash onto this Caitlyn and take Isherboa out.
Wow, you heard it here first. Check back in a minute and a half in the next episode of, Tilt City Banditos 1v1s and find out who wins in the finals. But yeah, Hypnotic here. Getting the cannon, clearing out some minions here. Let's look at items that were purchased. So we had the BF sword as well as, what is that? I want to say Fiendish Codex, but I know that's not right.
That is Lost Chapter.
Lost Chapter. So I believe BF sword is around 1,500. Lost Chapter is around 1K. So slight item advantage in favor of Isherboa, but by no means is it going to be game winning. Oh, charm does connect here. Barrier activated from Isherboa as well. So that's a decently long cooldown. Flash is going to be coming up for Ari as well. Does have 5. So this is now where Hypnotic has a kill window. Going to ult. Going to look for it. Flash comes out. Good patience from Hypnotic. Okay, ult comes out from Isherboa as well. Wow, lots of cooldowns used on both sides. But Hypnotic, I think, is worse off than Isherboa.
Yeah, absolutely. However, Ari does have the ability after, I think it's 3 spell casts with her Q or something, where she's able to cast through the wave and gain the health back through the spell vamp. So I still think my prediction is going to be coming up soon. We're going to see a flash charm, and we're going to wrap it up that way.
Yeah, no summoners for Isherboa. Flash coming up for Ari, going to be the only summoner in the game. Isherboa does have the honey fruit advantage though, so slightly ahead in terms of HP. Hypnotic not able to connect to charm, able to do decent damage there with the Q though, as Isherboa looking to hit this shot onto Ari, doesn't want to allow Hypnotic to get this cannon for free. Okay, just gonna opt to charm for the cannon, able to get that. This looks and feels like Hypnotic may be going for a full reset here, but Isherboa closely approaching that 3,500 gold mark. Charm forward! You called it! It's the flash charm! Isn't it enough? Hypnotic going for the upset. Not going to be able to do it, but oh, it was close.
Oh my god, I thought I just won the lottery, man. I thought I had just called it. I was like, holy crap, it's coming through. So close, so close. I don't think we're gonna have another chance for that before Caitlyn hits 3.5k. But man, whew, if I would have been right.
It would have been close. And here's the issue. Stormrazor is secured for Isherboa. The race to 3,500 is in favor of Isherboa. Hypnotic is on a timer. They have to look for pretty much an all-in opportunity. They can't let Caitlyn clear this wave. And Isherboa, having the awareness, is just going to start doing that. Hypnotic, you can't let this happen, is just going to ult in right away. Hypnotic going in. Can they connect the charm there? No, not going to be able to get it. And the trap connects as well. Hypnotic, Isherboa, who's going to win? It's going to be Isherboa checking into the gold. That is our game 1 victor, as Isherboa wins through the 3,500 gold win con. And that's a game number 1 going to Suzaku's ADC player, a professional North American Wild Rift player. But that was close. Hypnotic, well done. That was close.
Yeah, absolutely. I was so impressed by both of the players this game. Isherboa showing his control and his patience in his demeanor to play this game. He knows that he was in the driver's seat with as far as the gold ratio goes. So really all he had to do was sit there and patiently wait. We knew that the pressure was on to my boy Hypnotic, who almost pulled off my prediction. Unfortunately, his Ignite wasn't up. If he would have had his Ignite up, he would have killed him. But unfortunately, it wasn't up at the time, or couldn't get it down onto Caitlyn. So, things happen, unfortunately. But great game 1 out of these two.
Yeah, a very, very close game number 1, that's for sure. Feels like Hypnotic does have a little more in the tank. There were a couple chances there where, they could have won. I liked the Ahri into the Caitlyn. Hypnotic with the positive messages saying you did well. Yeah, that's why you take Barrier or Exhaust as AD. Yeah, for sure. You got to take one of those two. But it is a best of 3. Hypnotic could bring it back, could win these next 2 games, could pull off the reverse sweep and take down the Titan of Isherboa. But if Isherboa is going to be on that Caitlyn again, I think it's going to be a hard task ahead. I feel like if Isherboa picks Caitlyn again, you do maybe just opt for the Ahri. I feel like if you're Hypnotic, maybe maybe he wants to swap off. I feel like that was so close. I feel like it was winnable. But yeah, swap sides. Ooh.
The way that he has shown just domination and control this whole game, or this whole series, this tournament, without really going in aggressively for no reason. I'm sorry, something popped up. The way that Isherboa has been able to control the pace of the game, really, I think maybe we should start calling him Isherboa Constrictor. This way he just constricts the gold lead on his enemies.
Ooh, he does. He do be constricted. He eats the gold lead whole, and then hibernates post game. That's what I heard, actually.
I'd honestly like to see a Sett into his Caitlyn. As weird as that sounds, I would really want to see that matchup.
I feel like Sett would get destroyed.
Level 3.
Yeah, but okay. I don't disagree. Level 3 Sett would be good, but I think that Sett would get the Olaf treatment, and it'd be like level 4 to like level 2.
Yeah, and I agree to a point where with Sett you want people to get overconfident.
That's true. And you could maybe go the shield level 1 too, to like not take a lot of damage. That could be sick.
If Caitlyn starts E, then the shield's kind of null. You just use it as a defense. But if she starts Q, you take the Q damage, walk up, and hit her with true damage.
True.
Okay, but we are seeing a Lucian coming out from Hypnotic, so this is going to be interesting.
The swiggity swap. We saw this, I believe, in the. Actually, I don't think we've watched Hypnotic play yet.
Ooh,
head to head. Okay, but we do have some different runes. So we've got Kraken Slayer for Hypnotic and Fleet Footwork for Isherboa. I do feel like Fleet Footwork is going to be a little bit better. The extra sustain, I think, is going to be pretty good. Wait. Which one of them's running the wrong way? Wait. One of them's running to the wrong lane. It's Isherboa. Isherboa. He's going to realize. He's going to realize once he sees these bushes. He's going to say, oh no, I went to the wrong one. Dude, you don't recall and run? You just run across?
I might have them stop and restart this game.
Nah, fam.
That's I
Unless
see.
Is he gonna be a gentleman and just leave the wave?
Nah, dude, he's secured. So maybe this is why he ran across it, so that he could come from this side.
200 IQ, big brain.
He only lost one minion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would definitely not say. I would definitely say don't restart it in this situation because the player made a mistake. That's just unfortunate on their part.
Oh, Hypnotic. He actually waited. Pretty pog. But yeah, Isher Boa here. Definitely getting out traded in part due to getting level 2 second. Ooh, Hypnotic with a great recognition of the turret range. Wait, Hypnotic needs to be careful here though. Actually, Isher Boa. Wait, Hypnotic very much winning this so far. Honeyfruit already been secured. Isher Boa actually just going for the all-in barrier as well. Isher Boa!
The minions.
Isher Boa, the minion! Oh! A sliver of health. Hypnotic trying to get him all sums.
Oh! The snipe. The long-range snipe.
That's a Hypnotic diff right there. Monka Steer feels right. And it's tied up! We got a 1-1! We got a series on our hands, ladies and gents. All of you Hypnotic betters are hoping out of your mind. It's in.
Dun 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 dun. And his name is Hypnotic.
True.
Oh man, that was that. I didn't expect it to go that way, to be honest. Ezreal obviously running to the wrong lane, Hypnotic being a gentleman and only taking that one minion, allowing him to get the CS advantage and the experience advantage, allowing him to get that early trade onto Ezreal. However, it was so close. It was so close. It was such a good trade from both people. I definitely thought the minions were going to take out Ezreal, though.
Yeah, I thought as well. I thought they were about to have the minions, but I mean, I love it. I just like good 1v1 Wild Rift action. You know, I like the fact that we're getting in game number 3. I like that the stakes are getting higher. And yeah, I'll be curious to see who's able to win it out, who's able to secure themselves the W. It looks like blue side has won both sides, but Isherbo is saying he doesn't care about preference. He'll, defer to Hypnotic. But yeah, we'll see what ends up happening. Okay, neither of mind. The question is, does Isherboa go back to the Caitlyn? And does Hypnotic pick the Lucian again?
I still think Lucian has the early advantage on the Caitlyn just because you're able to gap close and provide the long range. Well, not long range because his range is kind of shorter, but the longer range than somebody else who is a melee champion.
Oh, let me tell him we're ready. Ready? Yeah, I feel like the level 2 power spike for the Lucian's pretty strong into the Caitlyn. I think level 1, if Caitlyn gets bush control, could be scary, but this will really be what we see as, okay, Isherboa maybe wants to run it back, wants the salty run back. Doesn't want to be known as a Caitlyn one trick, doesn't want to be known as only a Caitlyn winner in these 1v1s. And may try and ego it, may try and get the Lucian back. I mean, did have a reason to have an excuse in the last game, considering he ran to the long lane. But the question is, does he actually lock this in?
I don't know. We have 32 seconds to find out. I'm hoping to see an Alistar, maybe.
Copium!
Maybe a Senna. Like a Senna could do well into Caitlyn, potentially. Heals, poke.
I don't think she does enough damage.
I don't know. You might be right.
You could win by CSing for sure.
Okay.
And Isverboa does go back to the Caitlyn.
Yeah, but if he wins, there's an asterisk, is all I'm gonna say. As and the asterisk will say, "Dirty Caitlyn one tricker." Everyone call Isherboa that from now on. Just kidding. I don't promote cyberbullying. What?
Thank you.
What?
Oh my god, thank you.
Told you.
I knew it.
Told you it was coming out, man.
This is game number 3 in the finals. Hypnotic's tournament life on the line. and they lock in the lethal tempo Yumi? Okay, I got 2 Yumi one tricks in this call. Can y'all talk to me? Can y'all explain this to me?
I am so hyped right now. Okay, so lethal tempo is actually incredibly smart because you get passive attack speed from your E.
See, I don't actually know enough about the AD Yumi. I play her like AFK style, where I just hook to somebody and then just press E every 3 seconds.
I feel that one.
This is
He can definitely
tempo
win this
and a key.
trade. As long as he uses his auto properly to get the shield and he keeps for the slow, he can win this.
he's not even getting into auto range.
Level
It's your-
2, you don't fight till level 2.
Okay.
Okay,
So
yeah, took E
Hypnotic's
first.
just scaling. Okay, it's just he recognized the level 1 would be hard, but now the power spike has been achieved. Yumi is officially online. Ooh, good sidestep from Hypnotic. Okay, did throw his little spell right into a minion though. Rough. I have no idea how this matchup goes. I have no idea who wins this. Both of them started with a longsword though. Ooh.
Now that I'm thinking about the physics and logistics of Yumi, the fact that she's going to be able to proc a shield that's going to stay on her forever until she takes enough damage, I can see the thought process behind it. But is Raboa just too good?
Yeah, is your Boa gonna get ignited though? Is your Boa actually, I think, getting out traded there? Hypnotic stepping up, does have the level 3 as well. Does have the shield. Is your Boa? I think the Yumi is working out here as both of them are gonna hit their honey fruits. Hypnotic gonna lose 1 range minion during that, but Isher Boa loses the cannon minion. That now means that Hypnotic will most likely win the race. Oh, but Hypnotic going for the all-in saved the Yumi cheese until the end, until when he needed him most. Wow, this is that 1v1 tech.
Maybe Payne, are you watching this, Payne?
I love the Pain call out. Wait, Hypnotic maybe going a bit aggressive here, maybe force the flash. Both of them down to about a sliver of HP. The thing is, Hypnotic, when he goes for these auto trades, does take a lot of minion damage. Is going to be able to stop Isherboa's back here, though. And does have the wave pushing into them, though. So if Hypnotic does just reset here, I think it is in their favor. Isherboa grabs the BF sword, may run back, though, and look to actually go on this Yumi. Yumi is winning the race as far as it goes gold wide to 3,500 by a pretty sizable margin. So Hypnotic with this Yumi in the last pick is working out, and now both of them have ults as well. Hypnotic though needs to be careful, is down as far as mana goes, also down as far as items in their pocket goes.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that I'm noticing, though, however, the shield is absolutely massive. It's almost like Caitlyn's barrier on whatever the low cooldown that it's actually on. And every time that Yumi... I'm sorry. This is how I was thinking it was going to go. I didn't mean to just say yep for no reason. Anytime that Yumi pokes, she's going to get her mana back as well, and the shield. So definitely going to have the advantage as far as the sustain goes, which I'm wondering if that's the way she wins.
Dude! Hypnotic's destroying right now. Doesn't even have items and just hitting Isherboa. Isherboa is still level 4, just now hit level 5. Yeah, I feel like if Hypnotic's able to get this reset off. Okay, I think he's not even. Okay, he is gonna back now. They are gonna back now.
You're absolutely
Isherboa
right.
as well.
This Yumi is destroying this Caitlyn.
Yep.
Isherboa decides to stay and end up pushing the lane back out, hopefully, to catch these minions that he'd be losing if he was to go back. My feeling is that he's going to get caught up from this Yumi's ultimate, and there's just nothing he's going to do. He's going to get chased down by this Yumi, and she's going to ignite him and call it a game.
Yeah, and Yumi is also 500 gold away at this point. 500 gold away from winning. Has the option to go for the first blood, has the option to go for the gold victory. Hypnotic in a very good situation. It all comes down to this. I feel like the CSing really does matter. Isherboa is the one on a timer, but is also losing in this. Ignite comes out, flash as well. Barrier, the ult though. Isherboa dies with flash up. Maybe could have flash ulted, but that's it. Hypnotic, the new tech, the Yumi in the last slot. Wow, can't believe he waited till the very end. Hypnotic, your 1v1 champion. Shout out to Tilt City Banditos for putting this tournament on. Hand him over. You all get your channel points. He did it. He took down the Goliath. Hypnotic, able to get that dub.
Do you have a second to go with it over an interview with Hypnotic?
Sure.
That was awesome. I did not expect the Yumi to come out and be that dominating in this game.
Oh, I knew it was gonna happen.
So what you're saying is you had an inside information that we did not have, and you didn't share it with us.
Oh yeah, because that would be inside trading.
Payne said this isn't new tech. Payne, don't act like you knew. Don't come in my chat and act like you knew. You were saying Draven OP, Draven the best 1v1er. Don't act like you knew about the Yumi lethal tempo this whole time. I don't.
So it would have been interesting to see a Soraka versus Yumi.
True.
I still think Soraka would not have as much pressure because she doesn't have the healing that Yumi does. It's very situational on her healing.
True. Yumi
Very
definitely
true.
has the out sustain, but I think with the silence, it kind of makes Yumi's percentage damage a little bit iffy.
I think it's so crazy the fact that Hypnotic waited until game 3 though. Like he was back up against the wall. He lost game 1. Like normally when you're down game 1, it's like, okay, if you lose this game, you're out. People would pick their, strat that they're like, okay, I feel like this is gonna win. But he waited until the very end, and I feel like that's what made it even that much better, is that was able to get it into the Caitlyn in the game 3 and win it all. So wow. Here's your boa. Gotta go back to the drawing board, I guess.
Chicken
Caitlyn OTPs crying everywhere.
Chicken, is Hypnotic able to join us?
I'm just messaging him now. I'm sorry. I'm kind of like, I really thought Isabella was going to win, but as soon as I saw the Yumi, I was like, oh, it's over.
Oh, so you knew too. You knew the secret behind this power as well.
Yeah, like the fact that he can get his mana back and the healing, plus the slowing in the Q and the shield, it was just like, it's a really good kit.
Are we going to start seeing Yumi from Suzaku now? Are we going to see Israboa start playing Yumi from Suzaku? What am I saying?
might.
From Suzaku?
We might
Secret
have
Yumi
to.
ADC tech.
Honestly,
Soraka
I've been
bot
one tricking her lately, and she is so broken. Okay. He doesn't talk, but I'm trying to like get him to at least write us a little something.
That's okay. If he doesn't feel comfortable doing an interview, I don't want to force him to. It's okay.
Yeah, he's just writing me something now. We'll see what he says. But
wholesome.
Yo, Michael, do you want to see the pike curve?
The curve, sure.
Yeah.
Do I need to pull up your?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
so he wrote me something as well to say whenever you guys want me to.
Oh, tell us now. We're about to head into loading screen.
Okay, so he says he wants to say that everybody played extremely well. He was nervous each game, especially against Isherboa. It was a super close match. And he just decided to choose something even more toxic than Fleet Caitlyn, LOL. But I enjoyed each and every game and hope everybody else did as well.
A great summary, very humble in victory, but also a little bit of toxicity. We love that. A little bit of a shout out at Isherboa, a little bit of flame, letting them know you OTP Caitlyn Fleet Footwork players needs to chill. But very humble. I liked it. Well done.
Yeah.
Okay, Mercy, what am I seeing here?
You're about to see the secret pike tech.
I'm sorry, King. You go.
No.
I just cut you off
When
twice.
he showed
I was
me
about to say,
this,
I'm sorry I cut you off.
No, brother, you're good. When he showed me this the first time, I was like, "What are you doing?" Because he couldn't do it, and then he showed me the second time, and he's like, "Oh, I got it," and I was like, "Oh, that is amazing."
All right, are you ready for the hardest pike combo you'll ever see?
Yes. Wait, I don't even know if I processed fast enough to realize what happened. So did your ult hit all three?
That's not what's
you
hitting all three.
flash? Wait, you...
Pay attention to the stuns.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
So that's the regular one.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, the stun hits all three.
So now you know going forward how to play Pike to the optimal level.
So basically, you click your E, you ult, and then you flash to the left. Is how you do it.
Yeah.
Ah. So ult just hits the one, but
Yeah.
that's cool.
I guess I'm going to end my stream. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate it. If you're watching this from the future, hello from the past. Michael, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Couldn't have done it without you. You are a